This is my Fernwood cardigan, and today I just wanted to show you how I pick up and knit for the button band, and just share some tips and tricks that I use when I'm picking up for any kind of band along a neck opening or a button band. We'll be picking up beginning at the right front edge and then along this v-neck edge around the back down the left front v-neck and down the body and ending right here. The pattern also instructs you to place markers at the end of the V, where the v-neck ends, and these markers are then echoed when picking up for the button band so that you can create the shaping that you see here. There's sort of a V in the rib, and the shaping helps the button band lay flat when it's being worn, and eliminates the button band from being pulled, stretched too tightly, if that were not there. So let's jump right in. For this we'll need leftover yarn and the smaller sized needle, the one that we used for the hem ribbing and the sleeve cuffs. So these markers on either side of the cardigan fronts are part of the pattern instructions, and they were placed during knitting. They mark the last increase of the v-neck, and because this shaping is so deep and gradual, it's really easy to lose that point when you don't have a marker. So the pattern tells us to pick up along the right front edge, beginning at the hem, all the way to this first v-neck marker, then up the right neck edge to the beginning of the sleeve. And I've taken the time to mark the front edge of each of my sleeves just to make it easier when I'm picking up. Then we'll pick up along the back neck, down the left v-neck front, and back down the body, ending at the hem. So the best way to pick up stitches within these larger sections and make it nice and even is to divide these sections into quarters. So to do this, we're going to grab some markers. So first you'll find the center of this section just by folding it in half and then marking that halfway point. To find the quarters, we'll just do the same for these smaller sections. Fold them in half, mark the halfway, and for this first section, the pattern asks us to pick up 30 stitches along this first section here. So to determine how many stitches in each section, we'll just divide 30 by 4. And that gives us 7.5 stitches per section. So because we can't pick up half stitches, we're going to pick up 2 groups of 7 and 2 groups of 8 in each of these quarters. I'm quickly just going to mark off the quarters for this section, and this section. So as you can see, I have already marked off where my original cast on begins and ends. Okay, so I've gone ahead and marked the rest of these sections. I've left out this back section. This is the original cast on edge, and when you pick up along the cast on edge, the instructions have you pick up essentially one stitch per cast on stitch. So it's not difficult to have an even rate of picking up along that edge. We're going to begin in the corner of this right front. I like to start as close to the corner as I can when I pick up that first stitch, because it reduces the chances of having a jog in your button band. We're going to be picking up an entire stitch in from the edge all the way up. And in this first section, we'll be picking up 7 or 8 stitches. Okay, so I've just picked up 8. Sometimes you can tell as you're going along, some sections just feel a little larger, and that's where I place the 8 stitches and then the 7 stitches in the shorter distances. They should all be even, but sometimes it just is easier to pick up 8 in some sections. I find if you place a marker when you begin the next section, it's just easier if you need to go back and retrace your steps if you've picked up unevenly. Three, 4, 5, 6, and we'll do 7 in this section here. 7. I'm going to remove that marker and place it there. So now we've got a section of 8, a section of 7, So we'll have another section of 8 and another section of 7 until we get to this V-neck marker. It's a good idea to sort of pause every now and then and evaluate the stitches that you've picked up to make sure that there aren't any big holes in the edge. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's another 7 stitch section. We'll move our marker. So then this section will have to be 8 stitches so that we hit our 30 stitches total. Just stop, make sure that there's no holes. It looks pretty even. Move that marker. And actually the pattern tells us to place a marker at this point where the V-neck increase marker is. And I'll just double check that I've got 30 stitches here. Yep, 30. So now we can carry on to the next section. In this section, for my size anyways, I believe I pick up 25 stitches. So in each section here, we'll have 3 sections of 6 stitches and 1 section of 7 stitches. That's 6. And I'll have to grab another marker because we've lost our marker. So this is a good example of why it's handy to have this extra marker. I need to pick up 6 stitches between this marker and this marker, and clearly I've picked up too quickly here, so I just can easily pull back to my marker and start again with picking up my 6 stitches. Maybe I'll skip this hole here and go into this one. 1, 2, 3, maybe I'll jump over that hole, do 4, and that one as well, I'll jump over that one, 5, and that brings us to 6. I'll quickly count, make sure that I have 25 stitches in this section. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 5. Now, along this cast on edge, we don't need to divide into sections because you'll be picking up 1 stitch per cast on stitch, so it's a very even pickup. I'm going to place my marker so that I know where that section begins. So it's 2 stitches for the sleeve, and then for my size it's 15 stitches along this back neck. So that should be my 15. I'll just double check. I should have 2 and then 15. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, so I need 1 more. It's 15 and then 2 more sleeve stitches. 1, 2. Oops. So I'll just double check that again. So from my marker, I should have 2 sleeve stitches and then 15 back neck stitches. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 5, and then 2 more sleeve stitches. So now that I know my picked up stitches are correct, I'm going to move this marker just to keep my place. And we're going to go back down the left neck edge. Just going to redo that part because I was picking up too quickly. So we'll skip this one, go into this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And when you get back down to the left front and your very last stitch, you'll want to do the same as the beginning, where you pick up in the very edge of that hem, and that will reduce the chance that you'll have a jog in your button band. So we'll remove that marker. That was just helping us with our picked up stitches. Remaining are the 2 markers that we were instructed to place, and those are where our V-neck markers were from when we were working the pattern. And now you're ready to knit the button band. Thanks for watching.